I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello and welcome to another edition of I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. Once again we're coming to you from historic Chester, whose name derives from the Latin Castra Devana, meaning camp on the Dee. This of course refers to a riverside garrison and not as recently supposed the infamous Roman commander Julius Clary. Anyway, we're the guests of the Malloy Hall here in Chester, and when I say we, I'm referring to our splendid teams, a veritable who's that of British comedy. On my right, Willie Rushton and Tim Brooke-Taylor. On my left, Barry Cryer and Graeme Garden. And here to give the teams one when she feels they deserve it, please welcome our scorer, the delightful Samantha. Well, our first round is entitled Historical Headlines. Long, long ago, teams, events of true national importance went largely unreported in the national newspapers. And in this country, it's a tradition that's upheld to this very day. Teams, I shall provide a historical event, and I'd like you please to suggest some newspaper headlines likely to have been printed in the papers the following day. The first event is the feeding of the 5,000. Barry.
This is in the Magician's Weekly. David Copperfield unveils great new tuna sandwich illusion.
Willie.
This is from the Jewish Chronicle, our goldfish kosher.
Graeme?
One from the Sun. Jesus Christ ate my fish.
And Tim?
The Observer, 4,998 vegetarians left hungry.
News headline in the Daily Mirror, where's the ketchup then, shout Pharisees. The Financial Times is more impressed by the sermon that preceded the miracle and said attractive property gains for Meek forecast.
Try another one. This time the event is the sack of Troy.
Daily Mail in the female section, under household hints, always look a gift horse in the stomach.
Sound bit of advice in the Guardian, beware Greeks bearing tits.
Sporting Life, big wooden bugger, odds on favourite for Troy handicap.
Today, Ajax round the bend official.
Birmingham Post, Aston Villa chairman says my manager, Mr. Troy, has my complete backing.
Well, time's getting on, so now let's go on to a round called Pick Up Song. However, before we start, I must apologise to listeners in the West Midlands. It must be very unpleasant at this time of year. Now, as is customary in this round, Samantha will spin some discs on my gramophone to which you teams should sing along. By some deft adjustment to my new EC-approved knob de volume, Samantha will cause the music to drop out at a certain point. If on its return you're within a gnat's crotchet of the original teams, I'll be awarding points, and points mean prizes. What do points mean? I get more depressed each week. This week's prize comes from the Ann Summers Erotic Herb Collection. It's this attractive blow-up dill. Barry, I'd like to make it clear to my aunt who listens to this program regularly that I don't understand any of these. Barry, I'd like you to start by accompanying Jean Bin.
Baby, bebop, lula, she's my baby love, my baby love, my baby love. She's the girl in the red blue jeans. She's the queen of all the things. She's the one that I know. She's the one that loves me, so say, bebop,
I should have mentioned that there's one rule I forgot about, and that is you're not allowed to tap your foot. So, sorry, Barry. Tim, will you please accompany Shawaddy Waddy singing Under the Moon of Love?
Let's go for a little walk under the moon of love. Let's sit down and talk under the moon of love. I want to tell you that I love you, and I want you to be my girl.
Get behind me.
Let's walk, let's talk under the moon of love, moon of love. You were looking so lovely under the moon of love.
Not the feet.
You're shining so brightly under the moon of love. I wanna go all the time, and be my love tonight. God, let's walk under the moon of love. What an enormous gnat.
Next time you can tap your foot. Willie, will you join Cliff Richard singing Living Doll?
Oh.
Got myself
A crying, talking, sleeping, walking, living doll. Got to do my best. He's getting quicker, I'm sure, when I was young. Living doll. Got a roving eye, and that is why she satisfies my soul. Got the one and only walking, talking, living doll. Take a look at her hair. It's real. And if you don't believe that, why, Miss Brinkman, I just did it just feel. Gonna lock her up in a trunk. So no big hunk. I can steal her away from me. Got myself a crying, talking, sleeping.
Finally, Graham, will you and Colin Sell please accompany Nina Simone singing My Baby Just Close?
My baby just cares for me. My baby don't care for cars and races. My baby don't care for high-toned places. His tailor is not a star, and even his smile is something he can't see. My baby don't care who knows. My baby cares for me.
Our next round, word for word, involves the teams uttering a meaningless series of unconnected words. Interestingly, this round is thought to have provided author Geoffrey Archer with the inspiration for the title of his next book, A Meaningless Series of Unconnected Words. I shall ask one team to exchange a series of completely unconnected words between them. The opposing team may challenge if they notice a connection. If I uphold the challenge, then the challengers should take over. They damn well will take over. Okay? Right, well, Tim and Willie, will you start, please?
Umbrella.
Follicle.
Chop.
Muffin.
Scarf.
Codswallop.
Challenge from Graeme Garden.
Yes, umbrella and scarf are related, surely.
Yes. Only by marriage.
That's Jane Asher, not an umbrella. Frequently mistaken. I told her over my head in wet weather. What?
I have to uphold that. It was a very obvious mistake.
I want to put her up.
If she'd known you were coming, she'd have baked a cake.
Carry on. Graeme and Barry, take over.
Clog. Cake.
Challenge.
One of Jane Ash's finest. Clog-shaped cake, which she brings out every clogging Sunday, which they enjoy in Ramsbottom annually.
Well, to tell you the truth, I didn't cancel out the buzzer, so I haven't a clue what happened then, so... Oh, Barry and Graeme, carry on.
Flange. Grouse. Gusset.
I heard a laugh there, Barry, you're out.
It's the same round that we're playing, the adjudicator.
Oh, dear, it's the wrong game. Challenge. From Tim.
Well-known pub, Grouse and Gusset, and they're open.
Carry on, Tim.
Moribund.
Arthur.
Cataclysmic.
Challenge from Graeme Garden.
Moribund and his brother Arthur.
Don't say fairer than that.
I know them well, sir.
It sounds, is it right? Lark.
Windfall.
Novice.
Gerbil.
What was the last one?
Never you mind.
German was the last one.
German?
Gerbil.
Gerbil.
Oh, gerbil, was it?
Gerbil.
Was it German gerbil?
He was a German.
Wasn't there a film called The Gerbils of Wimpole Street? Carrots? Carrots.
Well, the carrots of Penzance, you're thinking.
That was jolly good fun, Hump, wasn't it?
I'm absolutely fed up with it, to tell you the truth. Let's go on to the next round, entitled Biographies.
Yes.
It's a round entitled Biographies, and no one can have failed to notice the recent plethora of books about the lives of the rich and famous. There's been Diana, about the princess, Charles, about the prince, and even Barry Cryer, about 50 pence in the remainder book. Teams, I'd like you please to come up with some suggestions for the titles of biographies that have yet to grace our bookshop shelves. And Graeme, will you start, please?
Mike Atherton, A Handful of Dust.
John Gummer, All Things Trite and Beautiful. I've just got a book out about Louis Armstrong, actually, called You Play the King and I'll Trumpet.
Des Lynam. Why do I do that?
Major Ron, The Medium is the Massage.
For the sequel, he's taken the old David Bowie song and he's going to call it Self-Control to Major Ron.
David Mellor. Away goals count double.
I've got his latest book,
by the way.
I have Miller's latest work. It's Through Lady Cobham with Gun and Rod.
Elvis Presley, My Life in Tesco's.
Richard Madeley, I Was a Fugitive from a Chain Store.
It's now time to play the game called Mornington Crescent. The Friends of Mornington Crescent mailbox has been inundated again by a postcard from our regular correspondent, Mrs. Trellis of North Wales. She's holidaying in Rill at present, and she writes, Dear, having a lovely weather not so, wish you were... Oh, and there's a P.S. here. Due to power cut in hotel, had to write this under lighthouse. Anyway, back to the game. This week we'll be playing Hugo's second stratagem. And in case you've forgotten, teams, this means that moves across consecutive rows are prohibited, unless, of course, you're in nip. Tim, will you start, please?
across consecutive roads.
Oh, we're not going to have an argument again.
You can't actually have consecutive if you're in Nip anyway, can you? Consecutive roads?
You can.
If you're playing Hugo's, you can.
Oh, yes, sorry.
You couldn't in the first stratagem, but the second one you can do it. He amended it.
I apologise.
Hugo first.
No, he didn't exactly.
No need to be frivolous, Barry. Lyle Street.
You want to quibble, Graeme?
Well, he didn't actually amend it. He altered it.
I suppose if Hump says we play it that way, it doesn't really matter, does it?
It's not Hump's amendment, is it? It's Hugo's.
But Hump mentioned it.
You just said it wasn't an amendment. You said it was an alteration.
Oh, but you're trying to amend it now.
Perhaps we'd better leave it till next week, had we?
Start away, Tim.
Lyle Street.
Rodsham Street.
Spell it.
Rodsham.
Where's that?
Chester.
Tite Street.
Trinity Street.
Oh, blimey.
It's not that bad. I hope we're not going to do anything very, very silly.
Do you think... Fleet Street.
Paris.
No. That's a madness.
Westgate.
Oh! No, we've forgotten the consecutive roads.
Funny little pocket of people over there we've got to stop.
They come from Chester.
Oh. They probably voted for the loony and the jumpers. Cromwell Road.
Chichester Street.
Where's that then? That here? Oh.
God.
I think it was Nip.
Yeah.
I suppose we are, aren't we?
You are.
Um...
I have
Is
to
there any
wear
way
the
out
arms
of it?
Absolutely, yes, for me, but not for you.
I go, you're coming with me. All right.
Don't forget, consecutive rows are now not prohibited. Because you're in Nip.
Baker Street. Thank you, Hump.
Trinity Street.
Knightsbridge.
Brandreth Square.
You're allowing that, Hump?
Listen, at this stage in the game, I'll allow anything.
In that case, Mornington Crescent.
Well, our next round is entitled Call My Bluff. As you remember from the television program, participants were expected to issue forth a stream of anachronisms, inanities, and blatant lies. Happily, this old format has been repackaged for radio and can now be heard under the title Today in Parliament. Teams, I shall give you each an obscure word to define, and I shall be awarding points to whichever definition I decide is nearest the truth. Now, the word is ping, hippopotamus. No, sorry, I'll read that again. The word is... hippopotamus, and I'd like you to give me your definition of the word hippopotamus, please. Tim.
Well, this hippopotamus is a very specific term used in the 50s by potters. After the war, as some of our older listeners and us will remember, pottery was still very old-fashioned with dogs, cats, 18th century lovers, that sort of thing. And an American, Joseph Krajewski, hit the pottery world like a breath of fresh air with such masterpieces as long-haired lovers on motorbikes, rock and roll hot dogs, etc. When asked where he got his modern ideas from, he said, from my rather more hipper Potter news. Very specific, only Potters would understand that. It's also the trendy Cambodian guerrilla comedian, the hip Pol Potter muse.
Sorry.
I did mention pottery, not quite what he said. Sir Joshua Amis, an ancestor of Kingsley and Martin. Martin was named after him, actually, about 150 years after. Got together with Jedediah Harper to make a revolutionary chamber pot, because the old models caused a lot of trouble. The steam was rusting the bed springs, and people mistook them for soup bowls. So they installed one of the earliest Spode extractor fans on the top, which you had to remove before you sat on it, otherwise you might get a little behind with your orders. But they created this new revolutionary chamber pot that went ping, you know, if you ran So, because of the design on the side with the two names and the description in the middle, it was known as the Harper Pot Amis.
Willie, in the golden days before Spitting Image, when Jim Henson and Frank Oz used to do that wonderful thing, the Muppets, was very lovely, they did actually a blue version of it, behind closed doors. Appalling things happened between the Frog and Miss Piggy. No decent person should really ever see. Suffice to say, it never will be seen. It exploded. But the thing to ask for, if you want to see these puppets at it, is go in and ask for hip puppet amours. The pig is terrific.
Graeme.
Well, this goes back to the year when the Marx Brothers entered the US Open Golf Championship. And it was very tense. And Harpo, in fact, was in the lead until the 18th on the final round. And he tried his very hardest, but the ball just failed to go in. And the headlines in the papers the next day said, Harpo putt a miss. The word passed into the language. That animal that lives in African rivers.
I think the nearest one to the truth, they were all pretty far flung. I mean, that one of yours, Tim, the pottery thing was unbelievable, so I'm not accepting that. That's your peril. And Graeme, the golf thing, no. Willie didn't hear a word of it from where I'm sitting.
No. Well, I'm in Chester.
I suppose, Barry, you come nearest to the correct answer, so I'll award the points to you. Correct answer is, of course, an ugly, fat, grey thing. You did mention Kingsley Amis. On we go now to a hilarious musical round called Just a Minim, which goes some way to prove that although the gift of laughter is a rare and precious thing, it comes a poor second to the gift of industrial strength earplugs. It's a musical version of the popular radio show Just a Minute, so as you would expect, team members should attempt to sing a song without repetition, hesitation, repetition, lobster or deviation. Those not singing may buzz to challenge, and you'll be accompanied on the piano teams by the ever-popular Colin Sell, who receives sacks of fan mail. Here's an example. Dear Colin, the Ventaxia kitchen extractor removes all the unpleasant... Right, I'd like you to start, please, Graeme, and the song is How Much Is That Doggy in the Window?
How much is that doggy in the window? Woof bark. The one with the waggly tail. What's the price of that animal through the glass? I do hope that Fido's for sale. I must take a trip to California and leave my poor sweetheart alone. If he has a dog...
Sorry, that was deviation and repetition.
Thank you, Graeme. You've done us all a favour. I'll uphold that challenge. That means you
have to go on, Humphrey.
She won't be lonesome, and the animal will have a good home.
I don't really want to say this, but
Willie,
What?
For the benefit of listeners at home, if you'd wait for me to say challenge from Willie, they're not going to be able to distinguish your voice from...
Don't they have stereo on Radio 4?
What's that got to do with it?
I don't know. I could never understand in the war how Lord Hawthorne was so much louder than Uncle Mac. Really, quite frankly, I lived in Wales then. Larry the Lamb... Lord Hawthorne, hello, Germany speaking, clear as a bell.
That's almost all we've got time for in the country. time, I've noticed, to fit in a quick round of Roman Film Club. So, teams, in honour of Chester's forebears, I'd like you please to suggest some titles of films likely to have been popular with the ancient Romans. And Barry, will you start, please?
Toga, toga, toga.
Accidental Nero.
Bonnie Gall, starring Barbarian Streisand.
Viaduct Soup. Mad Maximus.
Gladiator 2. He's Bacchus.
Rollerball and Remus.
Rome Alone.
The man who shot Julius Caesar.
Porgy and Bess.
The Caesar Minelli.
Adrian's Wall Street. Good night.
Well, as the vanquished charwoman of time begins to shaken back the shag pile of eternity. I notice that we've just run out of time, and indeed the series. Join us on Christmas Day for a special festive edition of the programme. In the meantime, from Samantha, the teams, myself, and all the fine people of Chester, goodbye.
Soon Brooke-Taylor, Barry Tryer, Graeme Garden and Willie Rushton were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme was produced by John Naismith.
I'm sorry I haven't a clue. The antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello. And welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us back at the Paris studio in the heart of Theatreland. It's here under the lights of London's West End that our team members have been responsible for many a triumph. And for 50p they'll watch the windscreens of almost any other. Let me introduce them. They are, on my left, Barry Cryer and Graeme Garden. And on my right, Willie Rushton and Tim Brooke-Taylor. I'm afraid our usual scorer, Samantha, can't be with us today. She's off making an experimental art film with a daring new producer, who I understand is looking for an early release. In good behaviour, he could be out in 6 months. In her stead, please welcome our Scandinavian stand-in, the very glistening Sven. We'll start with a round called Double Feature. It's come to my notice, teams, that the continued crisis in the British film industry is causing producers to embrace drastic economy measures. Cinema goers will be saddened to hear that many classics are being remade with appalling changes. I understand that Brief Encounter's being reshot without the scene where the spaceship lands. They put a steam train in instead. Teams, I'd like you please to suggest some titles of new films likely to be made up from 2 or more old ones. We'll start with you, Barry.
Well, this is embraced television as well. Of course, University Challenge is being combined with You Don't Have to Be Jewish and called Challenge Hanukkah.
They're putting together Hotel Sahara, The Bill, and Storm Over the Nile, and it's called Tory Minister Resigns.
Dances with Wolves has been combined with Crocodile Dundee 2 to produce a late result, Wolves 1, Dundee 2.
And they're combining ABBA, the movie, with Reservoir Dogs to make Abattoir.
10 Commandments, 10 Rillington Place, and Tender is the Night produce the 3 tenors. Well, that'll be 30 quid to you, mate.
They're putting together the gravy train and the Browning version to make Bisto.
Putting together Fu Manchu, The Lion King, and For the Love of Ada to produce Fu King Ada.
Again, you notice, really.
Gardener's Question Time and King Lear have been put together to make 4 Weedings and a Goneril.
On the grounds of taste, the makers of The Big Country have decided not to combine with anyone, but if they did, Oliver Reed would be the star.
They're combining what every woman wants and Free Willy, and I'm bloody embarrassed by that.
Okay. Our next round pickup song will prove beyond doubt that our teams have Rembrandt's eye for detail, Picasso's nose for originality, and Van Gogh's ear for music. Now, teams, DJ Sven will shortly spin some well-known discs on my gramophone, to which I'd like you to sing along. The music will then drop out, and if on its return you're within a gnat's crotchet of the original, I'll be awarding points, and points mean prizes. What do points mean? This week's prize is just the thing for the DIY reggae enthusiast. It's a Desmond Decker workmate. Barry, will you please start us off by accompanying Elvis Presley singing Hound Dog?
You ain't nothing but a hound
Dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. When they said you was high-classed, well, that was just a lie. Yeah, they said you was high-classed. Well, that was just a lie. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't never caught a rabbit.
You lose all the points you've amassed so far. Graeme Garden, would you please accompany Perry Como singing Magic Moments?
Magic moments when 2 hearts are caring. Magic moments, memories we've been sharing. I'll never forget the moment we kissed the night of the hayride. The way that we hugged to try to keep warm while taking a sleigh ride. Magic moments, memories we've been sharing. Magic moments when 2 hearts are caring. Time can't erase the memory
Library's closing, sir. Come on.
these magic moments filled with...
You were all right. Perry Como came in late. It's your turn. It's your turn, Tim. Will you join Kate Bush singing Wuthering Heights?
You had a temper, like my jealousy, too hot, too greedy. Could you leave me? Bless you, I hated you.
playing the bit of the tune I want.
Oh, Heathcliff, it's me, Cathy. I'm so cold. Let me in your window.
Take it out before the tune arrives. Not working for this man again.
Certainly not. I'm going home.
Okay. Finally, Willie, would you accompany Julio Iglesias singing Begin the Begin?
I feel somebody should.
Yes, indeed. Las cosas de hacer. Quiero cerrar. Cerrarme queer. Quiero volver a empezar.
I'm not really, no.
Que puede tu vida. Quiero.
What does this mean? Si todo se olvida, was that?
Para volver a empezar. Yo que siempre, yo que contigo. Where are you?
Well, it's slower in proper Spanish.
Our next round is called Complete Quotes. It's based on an old parlour game called Incomplete Sentences, apparently first popularised by Mr. Ernest Saunders. I shall supply the beginnings of some well-known phrases or sayings, teams, and I'd like you to complete them for me. So, Tim, some famous lines from Casablanca for you. Play it, Sam, play.
The last movement of Shostakovich's Fifth Piano Concerto in E minor and make it snappy.
Willie, here's something pretty stirring. We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills. We shall never...
Go near the Germans.
Robert Burns for you, Graham. The best laid plans of mice and men...
seldom coincide.
It is, isn't it? Yes. Barry, Humphrey Bogart for you. Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into...
a lamppost.
Shakespeare for you, Tim. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew...
He wasn't well at breakfast.
Short one for you, Willie. E.T. phone.
E.T. phone Bob Hoskins and tell him to shut up.
Graham, the king asked the queen and the queen asked the dairymaid, could we have some...
3 in a bed sex romp.
Gee, well, this is fun. First time in 22 years, but... So we'll have some more of those, eh? Here's one open to you all now. And it's a far, far better thing that I do than...
Anderson Country.
How about this one? Go ahead, punk, make my...
quiche.
And finally, genius is 2% inspiration and...
99% arithmetic. Accountants in.
Right, we have a round now. I can use my buzzer in this one. That's nice. Because I haven't used it for weeks. Sits there. Waste of time bringing it along. Our next round is entitled Critics Forum. It was once said that a critic is an opinionated man who knows the way but can't drive a car, as opposed to an opinionated man who can drive a car but doesn't know the way. That's a minicab driver. In this round, teams, I'd like you to take the parts of critics who are in two minds about a TV program of my choosing. When you hear this, it's a sign for you to be very positive about it. And when you hear this, it's a sign for you to be very negative. And when you hear this... it's a sign that our friend Sooty is reading the shipping forecast. Barry and Graeme, please. I'd like you to start with your program, and it's University Challenge.
Well, it's wonderful to see that old program back on the air after so many years, as fresh as a daisy.
Welcome return. An old hardy annual. What about the new chairman? And what about Jeremy Paxman? What about Jeremy? Where does he get off? Boorish and impatient and rude to those nice students.
Yes, he doesn't give them a chance.
No,
obviously
no,
he doesn't know any of the answers himself.
And this is what it needed. It needed
that air of danger about it.
Puts them on their mettle. They have
Puts
to
them
react
on the
very
mettle.
quickly to him, very quickly to him.
And what charming young people they get on the programme.
They do indeed. Or used to.
They used to. Bambo was running the ship. No, then it was a programme.
Then it was a programme.
It was a challenge, and they came from university, and that was it. And what a brilliant idea to use the same title this time.
Indeed. So it surges ahead as if it had never been away. But it had, you know.
Thank you. Your turn now, Tim and Willie. Your program is Have I Got News for You?
What a great program, Will. Eh?
What? Oh, you're starting positively, are you?
Only because the bell went and went.
Oh, I see. It is absolutely splendid.
Yeah.
I know a gallery, fresh,
Angus
young.
Deaton. Angus Deaton.
Angus
Good or
Deaton.
what?
Angus Deaton. Very hard to know where to put the knife in. A man with a tiny head, yes, this minute head, with his enormous shaggy body. I used to on somebody else's body with his small little...
Should he like his own jokes quite so much in that way?
Well, he reads
I think he should, because they're bloody good.
He reads off the autocue tremendously well. I don't know, a master of autocue reading.
What is
And
autocue?
Ian, what?
He never uses autocue, does
Well,
he?
no, they have scripts in front of them all the time. The whole thing is scripted, and very well scripted for an ad-lib show. In
Absolutely.
Excellent.
On the other hand, we might be bitter because we're not making quite as much money. Sorry. I'm not whinging on about them, but on the other hand, it is rubbish.
It is absolutely Ian Hislop, the elf in Sight Bite.
Yes.
And Paul Merton, which you can only reach by going through tinting. Yes.
Is great.
No, I think it's a topical
up to the
program.
minute?
It's up to about
What do we
3
have a
days
hoot
ago.
about? And you'd never know it. You'd never know it from listening to it. It could have been done last year, and in fact it was done
And the
last
guests
year.
extremely well. The guests are tremendously exciting people.
No, they're not.
Pudding
They just
manufacturers.
have the and at the same time, it's not.
Is it? Yes, it is. Definitely.
Okay, well, it's now time to play the game called Mornington Crescent. And I notice we've been inundated with a letter from our regular correspondent, Mrs. Trellis, who's writing in her capacity as patron of the North Wales branch of the Paranoid Amnesiacs Trust. Her letter reads, Dear Sir.
Dear Sir.
Yours faithfully, Mrs. Trellis. Yes, I know you're talking about me behind my back. Okay, teams, before we start the game, I must warn you that North London rules apply this week, so contraflows are inverted, and to avoid...
How north is North London, then?
You're going to start during the introduction, are you? Can't even wait for the game to start.
Better to get it
quibbling
cleared
on
up.
about
Would help
raising
clear it up.
nitpicking little points about it. He does it all the time.
But how much of North London?
North London, you know where North London is.
Hadrian's
Out
Wall?
the door. Keep going. And anyway, teams, to avoid triangulation, Dollis Hill will be wild.
Been none too pleased all week.
Right, Dollis
now.
Hill in North London. That's a good...
Yeah.
Dollis Hill is in North London, yes. It's just down the road from North Finchley.
Good heavens.
And you can't get more North London than North Finchley.
Even more
unless,
North
unless,
Finchley.
unless you go to South Finchley.
Very true.
Okay? We'll start with you, Tim. Let's get it over early.
No. Mornington Crescent, Hounslow.
This is near the airport. That's very good. I like that.
A40.
Yeah.
Neasden High Road.
Sorry?
Neasden High Road.
How far north do you want to go? That's Alaska. That's where the Ice Age finished. The Ice Age came crumbling over it and stopped in Neasden, quite rightly.
Sort of
The Ice Age had taste.
Come on, make a move.
All right. Lower Regent Street.
Well, that's north, isn't it?
Yes. You can still have North. You've
Of
just
the
got...
Thames, yeah. But if
You
Dollis
don't have to
Hill's
stay
wide-
in the north. It's just that North London rules apply. I mean, the North London rules can apply to East London.
If any contraflows are inverted again, I shall retch in my hat.
You're tempted, aren't you, Humphrey?
And don't forget and put it on like you did last week. Dollis Hill Wild, wasn't it?
It's not your turn.
No, sorry, and little interjection. Dollis Hill Wild.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Graham?
Dollis Hill.
Mason Street.
Holloway Road.
Kensington Church Street. Ever popular in a game like this?
Dollis Hill.
Oh, yeah. Dollis Hill, then.
You? Yeah. You can go. Dollis Hill.
I don't think there's any way out.
Is this what they call Dollis Hill, mate? It's a North London standoff.
I'm afraid it is.
We're gridlocked in anyway with this now. Yeah.
Not.
No, there's a way out.
There is.
There is?
There is a way
Being?
out. Head south. Battersea High Street. South to the river.
Yeah, but he's put...
Where men are men.
Yeah, I've put you back in. Dollis Hill. Dollis Hill.
I can't do it again, though, can I?
What?
Well, you can't strike out now.
Head south.
Yeah.
It's my advice to you.
You
I
can't.
wasn't- I wasn't far south enough.
Oh, Lord. Lupus Street.
That's gone north again. Oh, well.
No, not after
It's
Dollis
not
Hill.
dangerous. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Lupus
It's all right. It's all right.
Lupus Street. Dollis Hill.
Mornington Crescent.
Yes. It's now time for a round of limericks. As usual, teams, I shall provide each of you with an inviting opening, which I'd like you to complete, taking one line each. Tim, we're going to start you.
Hello.
That miserable bloke, Friedrich Nietzsche.
Had one most extraordinary feature.
He used it to pester.
A fat tart called Esther.
But it luckily didn't quite reach her.
Barry, an opening line for you. In the pub with St. Thomas Aquinas.
I was rapidly struck by his shyness.
When I said, it's your shout,
He quickly ran out.
Well, that was a bit of a minus.
Willie, here's your line. A habit of René Descartes.
he just runs through the alphabet there. A habit of René Descartes was to eat very large baked bean tarts.
He became quite a cult.
With the melodious result.
That is now number 8 in the charts.
Finally for you, Graham, a little-known fact about Plato.
He invented the concept of NATO.
The Swiss Army knife.
The inflatable wife.
And the trouserless jacket potato.
Well, Sven's been keeping the score meticulously all this time. And we move on to a new musical round called Waltzing Colin. Teams, I'd like you each to sing a well-known contemporary song, but in waltz time. As usual, you'll be accompanied on the piano by Colin Sell, who tells me that his main musical influences are Middle Eastern in origin. Mostly Shiite. You better start, Tim and Willie, and your song is Great Balls of Fire.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain.
Come on, Colin, keep up.
Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my wheel, but oh, what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I laughed at love because I thought it was funny. You came along and moved me, honey. I changed my mind, this love is fine. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Right, Barry and Graham, your song is Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall.
We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. Dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teachers, leave them kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. In all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall.
Yeah, it was a good round then. We are fast approaching the end of the show, but there's just time, I think, to fit in a round of Highland Film Club. So, teams, before Sven and I begin to blow on our pipes, perhaps even toss a caber or two, I'd like you please to suggest some titles of films likely to be popular with an audience of Scottish cinema goers. We'll start with you, Graham.
Crocodile Dundee.
License to Kilt.
It's in the Clockwork Sporran.
Doctor No.
Roger Vardeems and God created Mrs. McTavish.
Everydays for 7 brothers. Last tango in porridge. This'll be the day. Sporran correspondent. Look back at Angus.
Forfar from the madding crowd. An Inverness of the D'Urbervilles.
McGonagall with the wind.
What's up, Dr. Finlay?
Well, as the burnished chariot of fate is wheel-clamped by the traffic warden of eternity, I notice that we've run out of time. Join us again next week when we'll be in Chester. Meanwhile, from the teams, Sven and myself, goodbye.
Barry Cryer, Graeme Garden, Willie Rushton and Brooke-Taylor were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme was produced by John Naismith.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello, and welcome to a new series of I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. Today, we're coming to you from historic Bath, a city renowned for its famous spa. Not forgetting, of course, its equally celebrated quick save. Sadly, on this occasion, we find ourselves without Tim Brooke-Taylor. There seems to have been some kind of an unfortunate misunderstanding, and despite specific instructions to travel down the M5 to the Assembly Rooms, Bath, Tim is currently appearing at MFI in self-assembly bathrooms. I suppose the extra money will come in handy. However, in its place, please welcome on my right the man they call Paul Merton. And with him, Willie Rushton. And on my left, welcome, if you will, Barry Cryer and Graeme Garden. And since Sven is off playing around with Alice, that's golf. Would you also welcome our scorer, the delightful Samantha? Right. Our first round is entitled Complete Quotes. Teams, I'll provide you with the first parts of some famous proverbs, and I'd like you to finish them off for me, please. We start with you, Graeme. You can't teach an old dog new...
Clear physics.
Paul, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it...
Scuba dive.
Barry, there's no fool like an...
Diamond. If you said Anne, you see, it would have been Anne Diamond, and that would have been a funny run-on, and I wish I was dead.
Say it again? Shall I say it again, or just wait for the echo to come back? Right, Willie, here's yours. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish.
And you have a 12-part series, a book, and 2 or 3 videos.
Graeme, some men have only one book in them, others...
Don't indulge in that practice.
Paul, another one for you. Birds of a feather...
It's a crap television programme.
Barry, it's an ill wind that...
is silent.
Okay, now, have you got any more?
No. See a pin and pick it up, and all day you'll have a pin.
Don't try to run before you can pull up your trousers.
He who sups with the devil has need of a long after-dinner speech.
The early bird catches the 5:45 to Paddington.
Right, well, we've got to hurry along now. We're going to play a popular game called One Song to the Tune of Another. Each team member should sing the lyric of one song without the music to the tune of another song without the words, but with the backing track so the words of one song are synchronized seamlessly to the tune of another. The round is not to be confused with one tune to the song of another. That involves the team singing a selection of numbers while the company's Colin Sells sucks on a menthol decongestant tablet. Incidentally, there's some surprising news from Colin's A&R man, who tells us that he's negotiated an exclusive deal for Colin to release a string of singles which are guaranteed chart toppers. Well, they may not make number one, but they're certain to be number twos. Sorry, did I hear some... Did I hear you say something, Colin? No, all right then. Graeme, I'd like you to sing the words of Every Breath You Take to the tune of Knees Up, Mother Brown.
Oh, every breath you take and every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you every single day, and every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see that you belong to me? My poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, and every vow you break. Oi!
Barry, it says here, I'd like you to sing, which is stretching it a bit. I'd like you to sing the words of There's No One Quite Like Grandma to the tune of Nobody Does It Better.
There's no one quite like Grandma, and I know you will agree. She always is a friend to you, and she's a friend to me. There's no one quite like Grandma. She's there in times of need. Before it's bedtime, on her knee, 2 other books she'll read. Grandma, we love you. Grandma, we do. Though you may be far away, we sing of you. I lost the
For your short song, Willie, I'd like you to sing the words of The Lonely Goat Herd to the tune of Summertime.
High on a hill was a lonely goat herd. Lay yodel, lay yodel, lay. Loud was the voice of the lonely goat herd. Lay yodel, lay yodel. Folks in a town remote herd, lay yodel, lay yodel, lay. Lusty and clear from the goat herd's throat herd, lay yodel, ooh, ah, ah, ee, oh, ee.
And finally, Paul, would you please sing the words of Stand By Me to the tune of the William Tell Overture?
Well,
when the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid, I won't be afraid, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me, oh stand by me, oh stand by me, stand by me. If the sea that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble in the sea, I won't cry, I won't. No, I won't shed it, as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me, I'll stand and stand and stand by me. I'll stand and stand and stand by me, stand by me.
Now I know what Kimosabi means.
Stop singing.
Let's hurry along to the next round. This one's entitled Audience Ratings. These days it's becoming increasingly difficult to pick up ratings, as Samantha found to her cost on a recent... Teams, in the light of much publicised audience-boosting additions to the plots of The Archers and Emmerdale, I'd like you please to suggest some additions to other well-known TV and radio programmes likely to make them more popular. Barry, will you start, please?
Anne and Nick oversleep.
They're going to liven up Watchdog by calling it Watch Bitch with Linda Lee Potter.
Graeme?
An idea for Newsnight. Arm Jeremy Paxman.
Noel Edmonds has a new show called Noel's House Fire.
There's a new plot line for EastEnders, Arthur and Pauline by an electronic dictionary. But when they plug it in, they both get elocuted.
True Crimes is being revived, but Michael Winner's being killed off.
Desmond Morris is going to fire Jacques Cousteau up Mr. Blobby.
Have I Got News for You, hosted by somebody completely different, doesn't matter, just be an improvement.
Any more?
And on radio, Strip Round Britain Quiz.
Good news, they're getting a bit of Beadle and they're going to have Mrs. Bobbits about.
Okay. Now to an entertaining new round.
We've heard that before.
I'll say that again. No, it should read, now to an entertaining new round called Good Morning Radio. Few things can match the unalloyed thrill of enjoying Anne Diamond over the breakfast table. Teams, in this round, I'd like you to take it in turns to be interviewers and guests on a breakfast chat show. As you would expect of the genre, the job of the interviewers is to prevent their guests from saying anything remotely of interest. Points will be awarded to the guests for the amount of interesting information they're able to convey. And so, without further ado, let's find out who the guests are today on Good Morning with Paul and Willie.
Hello.
And hello.
Who are our guests today, Willie?
A good question, Paul, which I hope you'll answer. Good morning.
Good morning. Let's have a look at the weather. Well, it's still raining.
Yes.
Our guests today, who are our guests?
Our guests today are Rasputin.
Rasputin.
The bearded wonder. And Lucretia Borgia. So let's give them a big hand. Well, Mr. Rasputin, how do you wash that?
I have a special Soviet beard wash, which the Tsarevich himself gave to me. I remember the Tsar himself once
It's
pointed out...
It's very interesting that you mentioned the Tsar there, because I wonder, do you think that Arsenal overplayed the offside trap?
I think Lucretia could probably answer that one.
Yes.
Well, I have been doing the catering for Arsenal for several years.
Which explains a lot.
Where did you get that lovely frock?
Well, the Tsar gave it to me.
Has the Tsar ever given you one, Lucretia?
I've had 11 husbands, you know.
Oh, 11 husbands. That's roughly the same number of players in the Arsenal team. What do you... Which Arsenal player would you fancy given a chance?
Well, this is difficult to say.
My words are spoken by an actor.
I was about to say no, they're not.
I don't think I'll award any points for that. Let's see now who'll be taking to the couch on This Morning with Graham and Barry.
Hello.
Hello. Well, Barry, who have we got on the couch today?
We have His Satanic Majesty, the Devil, or should I say, Old Nick?
No, I don't think so.
No. And that great, great survivor, Madame Pompadour.
Hello, sexy.
Good morning.
I wonder, Madame Pompadour, how do you wash it?
Dans la toilette, bébé.
Turning to Old Nick,
Yes.
if I may call you old.
Certainly Satan, Beelzebub, any of those things, Lucifer.
Right. What is your star sign?
It's interesting you should say that, because it's...
Well, no, it isn't really, because what I really want to know is whether you have a normal breakfast, like other people do.
Well, it all depends what you mean.
You know, coffee and toast.
Well,
perhaps,
not
or
croissants,
even
that
tea.
sort of thing.
No, not really.
Croissants, quite interesting.
You prefer a continental breakfast, perhaps?
I have Louis XIV.
I think for breakfast I have a mixture really. I roast a few souls in hell, which gets a bit of appetite, and then
Are
I
you
have a bit of...
are you on gas or electricity?
Well, I find smokeless fuels the most economical.
So do we, don't we?
Where would you go for a bargain in smokeless fuel?
Well, you can't beat Newcastle, you know.
A lot of people say that.
I was wondering if Madame Pompadour knows Newcastle at all well.
Except for 3 men who escaped.
Do they serve a normal
I had a
breakfast?
child by Sunderland.
I think points all round there. Our next round is called PC Song Titles. Like Barry Crow's trousers, political correctness has had rather a bad press recently. So I've decided that we're going to bring it into the programme. So from now on, I may of course be referred to as chairperson. Samantha will be sexually challenged. Something to look forward to for her, I've no doubt. And the team should be described as differently entertaining. Accordingly, I'd like you to start by revising some well-known song titles and lyrics, which might otherwise prove offensive to the politically correct ear. Okay, Willie, will you start, please?
Bebop-a-loo-bop, she's my significant other.
Paul.
White Christmas, I'm dreaming of a Caucasian pagan festival.
Graham?
He or she loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah.
We all live in a Far East Asian submarine.
I want to hold your hand subject to contract and the consent of both parties.
Thank heaven for vertically challenged, differently old people of gender.
Same gender orientated, the magic dragon.
The Carpenters hit single Call in Occupants of Interplanetary Craft, except that is politically correct already. The real version was Oi, Greenskin, I want to talk to you.
Senior Citizen River.
And of course there's the well-known lyric, the X-chromosome individual is unwaged and non-tied to a domestic dwelling. The lady's a tramp.
Right, well, our next round is called Cheddar Gorge, just one of the many games taking their names from famous British landmarks. There's Dungeness, of course, where the object is to try to escape without being locked in Dungeon R or Dungeon T. The ever-popular Windsor Castle, where, as the name suggests, the most successful player wins a castle. And the perennial favourite St Michael's Mount, devised, of course, by our very own Samantha during an extended visit to Marks and Spencer. As the name Cheddar Gorge so obviously implies, the object is for each team member to utter a single word in turn. And the point is that they mustn't ever complete a sentence. They haven't so far, so this should be any different. To complicate matters unnecessarily, each player must include a word of my choosing, and these are, for you, Graham, Pop-Tart, Paul, Toupee, Barry, polystyrene, and Willie, testosterone. Before we start, teams, you'll observe that I've got the horn as usual, and if I think a sentence has been completed, you'll hear a noise like this. Oh, I'll do it again. Okay, Graham, will you start us off, please?
That's jazz in Bath.
You've won them over, Will.
Graham, you're going to start.
Once
Upon
A.
testosterone.
Ref. Please.
There
was
A.
nice
Pop-Tart.
however
The
last
time...
toupee.
The last time toupee?
It's an old song.
yeah, it's the thing you get this threatening message in the revenue.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Arrived
Not
as
A.
polystyrene.
comma
Oh. Van
It
was
never
ever definitely
not
what
it
seemed
in
I
didn't know we could do vowels.
you torn a muscle.
A.
Revealed in A.
Big
Elaborate
copy
of
the
first
times
crossword
puzzle
in
the
entire
history
of
the
entire
history
of
the
complete
geography
unexpurgated
but
you
should
see
what
I
have
in
my
little
tiny
sequined
Our next round is called Chas and Dave, and was inspired by the popular Cockney entertainers, who are as much a part of this country's cultural heritage as fish and chips, pie and mash, and foot and mouth. Teams, I'd like you please to take it in turns to sing some well-known songs in the style of Chas and Dave. You'll be accompanied on the piano by Colin Sell, and incidentally, I was surprised to learn before the show that Colin has perfect pitch. So if you need your garage roof refelting, Colin's your man. Okay, Barry and Graham, I'd like you to start, please, and I'd like you to provide your Chas and Dave version of Don't Cry for Me, Argentina.
Don't
cry for me, Argentina. Nah, the truth is I never left you. All through our days of existence, I kept my promise, don't keep your distance. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Nah, the truth is I never left you. All through my wild days of existence, I kept my promise, don't keep your distance.
Okay, your turn, Paul and Willie, and your song is Bright Eyes.
Floating out on the tide, following the river of death downstream. I hope he's in a dream. There's a fog along the horizon, a strange glow in the sky. Nobody seems to know where you go. What does it mean? Or is it a dream? Rabbit, 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 bastard. Bright eyes, burning like fire. Bright eyes, how can you close and fail? How can a light that burns so brightly suddenly burn so pale? Bright eyes, bright eyes, bright eyes, left eyes, cross eyes, outside, mid. Grab it.
Have we finished? 26 marks for temporarily reducing Colin Sellers and his piano to silence. We're fast approaching the end of the show, but there's just time to slip in a round of Lumberjack's Film Club. So, teams, while Samantha and I nip out to put an edge on my little chopper, I'd like you please to suggest some titles of films likely to be popular with lumberjacks, tree surgeons, and the like. Paul, you're going to start this one, please.
There's a popular film just been re-released at the cinema, Beverly Hill Cops. That's my best one. Wait till I get to Oklahoma.
I'd like to cross that out. Okay, Barry.
Joan Collins is The Beach.
Elm on Nightmare Street.
Tom Hanks in Twig.
Robert Donat, Goodbye Mr. Woodchips. It's been released again.
The Mahogany and the Ecstasy.
The Discreet Charm of the Bougainvillea.
There's a remake, a sequel really, called Beverly Hill Cops 2. The more you say it, the better it goes, isn't it?
I Am a Fugitive from a Chainsaw.
Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon.
An old saga of the Korean War. Ash.
Larch action hero. Die Hard Wood. Elm R. Gantry. Elvis Presley. In Love Me Timber.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator Tree. And Robert De Niro in Goodfellas. Lumberjacks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not that good, really. The Good, the Bad, and the Sycamore. It doesn't sound like it.
How about Rebel Without Sequoias?
Well, a quick glance at the time tells me that it's fast coming up to 8,100 hours, which means, of course, that I've put my digital watch on upside down again. And also that it's the end of the programme. So until next week, it's goodbye from Samantha, the teams, and myself. Goodbye.
Barry Cryer, Graeme Garden, Willie Rushton and Paul Merton were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sowell setting some of them to music. The programme was produced by John Naismith.
I'm sorry I haven't a clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the show that has turned my life around. Before it I was miserable and disenchanted. Now I'm disenchanted and miserable. Today we're coming to you from the BBC's Paris Theatre in the West End in front of a studio audience who I understand are keen to enjoy themselves and see the stars close up. To avoid disappointment, I've issued each of them with careful directions to the London Planetarium. In the meantime, I'd like them to welcome, on my right, Willie Rushton and Brooke-Taylor. And on my left, Barry Cryer and Graeme Garden. And taking things down with gusto, would you also welcome our scorer, the delightful Samantha? Our first round is entitled Old Radio Times. As many of you will know, I possess an enviable collection of ancient magazines and periodicals, though I do still lack an 11th century edition of Hovels and Gardens, as well as the once popular Consumer's Guide to Magicians and Sorcerers. That's which. Teams, I have in my possession a copy of the Radio Times dated the 19th of November, 1066, and I'd like you please to suggest some titles of radio and TV programmes which are likely to be included. And Graeme, we'll start with you, please.
Bayer Watch.
And Barry Norman introduces Illuminated Manuscripts 66.
Barry?
Just William the Conqueror. Doomsday Book programme, This Is Your Lives.
Willie?
Half-blind date. Norman's house party.
King Canute in C, 4th.
Unfortunately, A Day in the Life of Ethelred had to be cancelled as it's still not ready.
Watch out, the venerable beads about.
Thursday live coverage in the afternoon of the Bayeux Tapestry, and at 10:30 from Stamford Bridge, Stitch of the Day.
Any more? Okay, well, let's hurry along to the next round, which is a game called One Song to the Tune of Another, where we take the words of one song and combine them with the tune of another. So it's one song without the tune, but with the words, combined with a different song without the words, but with the same tune. That's the same tune of the different song, not the same tune of the same song. There, I can't make it any simpler than that. Piano accompaniment will be provided by... See, I didn't choke on the name. Piano accompaniment will be provided by Colin Sell, who tells me that he's found work at several London hotels due to the revival in popularity of the cocktail lounge. This week it's the Ritz, next week he'll be serving Twiglets and cheesy Watsits. Barry, you're going to start. You're going to sing the words of My Ding-a-Ling to the tune of House of the Rising Sun.
When I was a little bitty boy, my grandmother bought me a cute little toy, silver bells hanging on a string, and she told me it was my ding-a-ling-a-ling. Oh, my ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling, I want you to play
hardly worth going on to the rest of you. Willie, will you please sing the words of I've Got a Lovely Bunch of Coconuts to the tune of C'est Magnifique?
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. They are standing in a row. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. Give them a twist, a flick of the wrist. That's what the showman said. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Every ball you throw will make me rich. There stands my wife. I love my life.
Tim, I'd like you to sing the words of Remember You're a Womble to the tune of Try a Little Tenderness.
Remember, 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 remember. Remember you're a womble. Remember you're a womble. Remember, remember what a womble you are. Remember you're a womble. Remember you're a womble. When it's for... Oh.
I'd have liked you to go on. Graeme, will you please sing the words of I'll Take You Home Again, Kathleen, to the tune of Hernando's Hideaway?
I'll take you home again, Kathleen, across the ocean wild and wide, to where your heart has ever been since first you were my bonny bride. The roses all have left your cheek. I've watched them fade away and die. Your voice is sad whenever you speak, and tears beat in your loving eyes. And I will take you back, Kathleen, to where your heart will feel no pain. And when the fields are fresh and green, I will take you home, Kathleen. I know you love me, Kathleen, dear. Your heart was ever fond and true. I always fear when you are near, that life holds nothing, dear, but you. The smiles that once you gave to me, I scarcely ever see them now. Though many times I see a darkening shadow on your brow, I'll take you home again, Kathleen, across the ocean wild and wide.
Absolutely terrific. The next round is called Lies All Lies. Since I recently adopted a rigorous diet of honesty and truthfulness, I felt spiritually cleansed. Indeed, I now feel quite at one with myself as I sit here, raven-haired, fresh from the gym, on the eve of my 35th birthday. On the eve of my 35th birthday. Teams, I'd like you please to take it in turns to lie about a certain person or thing. The opposing team should challenge if they feel their opponents have offered...
Teeth have gone.
The opposing team should challenge if they feel their opponents have uttered anything remotely truthful. Barry and Graeme, you're going to start now. Your subject is the government.
It's a new era, and has been for some time.
Yes, nobody could sustain this new era like this government had.
No.
Change of gear in our lifestyles.
gives us hope, I always feel, for the future.
It's the feeling that you're in safe hands. Which
Yes,
is somehow
yes, indeed.
so wonderful, and so much goodness going on.
Role models to look up to.
That's right. Foreign aid, just giving aid away, the Pergau Dam,
Indeed.
things like that.
The
generosity of it. I mean,
yes,
it's quite...
indeed. Public service has never been so public serviced.
Challenge from Willie.
Which government are you talking about? Would this be Gladstone's last Liberal government?
This current government.
Oh. No, I agree with all that. That's fine, yes.
Do you want to go on?
Oh, yes,
indeed.
So do they.
Well, challenge from... The light hasn't got... Oh, Tim.
They do want to go on, or they don't want to go on.
They do want to, but so it's a lie.
Yes.
They don't want to go on. The last thing they want to do is carry on. It's a charade.
I thought they looked as though they did want
With
to
no points involved, they don't want to go on.
No.
It's talking about politicians that made us say we wanted to go on with a tone of utter sincerity, when in fact we didn't want to go on.
Oh, go on then.
Well, they're doing a wonderful job, aren't they?
They are indeed.
The nation's never been better, never been healthier. That's why we don't need so many hospitals now.
Indeed, indeed.
Challenge from Willie.
What are they talking about now? I don't want to get cross near at all. I can't understand a word they're talking
This
about.
government, bless
Is that Mrs. Bottomley we're talking about? The lovely Mrs. Bottomley?
Indeed.
With that
Great.
crackling, starchy front and the way about her. Oh, I can go 5 rounds with her. Oh.
Ding! Second's out. Oh, Mrs. Bottomley, welcome.
Oh, the first one's out.
Tim and Willie, it's your turn now. And your subject is the Church of England.
Well, we're doing awfully well now.
Tremendously. The Archbishop of Canterbury, a short, wiry man with the teeth of Cary Grant.
I think that's the reason they're playing to packed houses all over the country.
All over the country. It's like theatre, isn't it? Like something by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah.
That good.
And the great...
Buzz myself, if nobody else will.
What's your challenge, Willie?
Andrew Lloyd Webber's awful. I said that, but I just said it. At least I could pick that one up.
Vicars who don't believe in God, is this part of the general picture at the moment?
What game are you playing, Barry?
There is.
You're trying to guess what we're going to lie about, are you?
Mention of the Archbishop, the primate, made me think of the vicar who didn't believe in God.
Would you prefer if we had a sort of general discussion?
The vicar who didn't believe in God had an answering machine that said, I don't believe I'm in.
Tim
John Selwyn Gummer's the sort of man who makes you want to kneel down and pray, isn't he?
Challenge from Graeme.
That's no lie.
I think Prince Charles is right on behalf of the church. He's right to say defender of the faith. Of faith, we agree
Speak
with
up,
that.
he's a bit deaf.
Right, we've gone to the next round now.
It's always good to try new rounds.
Yes, I guess.
This next round is called Sounds Peculiar, but don't be misled. Colin Sell isn't involved. Peculiar sounds can be a source of endless fun, as anybody who's had their needle stuck on a Rolf Harris record can testify. In this round, teams, Samantha will play in some pre-recorded sounds on my quarter-inch reel-to-reel double-track magnetopowered Marconi phone. When we finish, I'd like you each to tell me what they are. We're going to start with you. Barry, your sounds are coming up now.
Hannibal Lecter at the checkout in Safeways.
Okay, Tim, please identify this.
That's Captain Hewitt. Ill-advisedly turning up for the trooping of the colour, only to discover that the Queen has ordered live ammunition.
Hang on. Samantha's written something down here. It's a mark. Brooke-Taylor for that ovation. OK, your turn, Willie. What's this, please?
That's somebody taking Chancellor Cole to Newcastle.
Finally, Graham, will you please identify this?
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman
I think that was Quentin Tarantino's Postman Pulp.
Right, well, it's now time for a challenging round called Straight Face. The object of the game is not to get a laugh from the studio audience. So, no problems there, teams. You've been rehearsing for the last 22 years. Teams, I'd like you to take it in turns to come up with a humour-free word on the subject of ornithology. And remember, the merest hint of a titter will result in disqualification. Graham, will you start us off, please?
Beak.
Thrush. Not a medical program.
It is now. Ptarmigan.
Orc.
Hawk.
Hide.
Grebe. Pelican.
Penguin.
Shag.
What a medical program.
Yes, Tim, I'm sorry. Oh. Right, the three of you carry on, starting with you, Barry.
Oddie.
Willie?
Scott.
He never got a laugh in his life.
Crow. Swallow.
Not a medical program.
Sorry, Willie, you got a laugh there.
Not with the bird. Raven.
All right, I'll let you carry on.
Back there with Raven, I think that was very good.
What?
What? So I said Raven.
We're quite waiting for Graham, aren't we?
Are we?
Yes.
Sorry.
Tit.
Rook.
Warthog. That was suicide, actually. Like, a low boredom threshold.
Come and join me on the perch.
We've got one of these interesting situations. Two members of the same team playing against each other. So
They always have. They always will.
Graham?
Lark. Minor. Oh, we've had pelican, haven't we? Yeah, we'll move on to the sweet. Separate bills, please. Bills. Gull. Claw. Warthog.
So it's only you left, Barry. Carry on.
Warthog.
Right, our next round's called greetings cards. These days, such cards are produced for all sorts of special occasions and achievements. Teams, I'd like you please to suggest some new style greetings cards for special occasions or events, together with the messages inside. I know it's all too easy these days to make cheap jokes about the misfortunes of the rich and famous, so let's get on with it. Barry, will you start, please? Barry.
Yes. Thinking. Card to Jerry Adams, glad your laryngitis got better. Card to Ian Paisley, sorry your laryngitis got better.
Willie.
An elfin verse here, you might. So, your paramour has kissed and told of you and she on pleasure bent. This card's to say bad luck about the mention of your measurement.
I've got another one that leads on from that. On your circumcision. Not a big sale, but it's the time for one small cut. Well done on your circumcision. I only have one tiny butt. I think you've made the wrong decision.
I got one to Tim Brooke-Taylor on his return to this show.
Why do I think I don't want this one?
The audience are glad you're back. Of that, I'm pretty certain. When you came on, they all stood up and shouted, "Where's Paul Merton?"
It's a good question, though.
Willie?
This is on the death of a tortoise. Happens in the best run circles. I hear your tortoise. Insert name. I hear your tortoise, Norbert, has fallen off the twig. What was it doing up a tree? Do not say a jig.
I expect the picture makes it, doesn't it?
You're lucky you can see it.
Right, our next round, Just a Minute, was originally inspired by that radio favourite, Just a Minute. Last week we asked listeners to name the popular host of Just a Minute. Nicholas Parsons was, of course, first out of the bag with the correct answer. Hugo Grin. In this round, team members should attempt to sing a song without repetition, hesitation, Thompson's gazelle, deviation, or repetition. Those not singing may buzz to challenge. You'll be accompanied on the piano teams by Colin Sell, who I feel is getting a little bit too big for his boots. Seems to be suffering from delusions of adequacy. Right, the song is Waltzing Matilda.
Camped by a billy boy under the shade of a coolibah tree, and he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boy, "You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, tangoing Mildred, tap dancing Frida, you'll come a ballying Maisie with me," and he sang.
Challenge
God
from
for
Tim. Repetition from You'll Come. Sorry to take this game seriously.
He's on your side, though.
I was just letting him get his breath back. Okay.
Do you want to carry on then, Tim? Yeah. All right, then.
Go for it. And he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled.
I think you said Billy Boyle previously.
I haven't sung this before.
That's true. I wonder where the other two have gone.
Someone arrived, sir.
Gone very quiet there, Hunter.
A Velita avec moi. Down came... Is it going to have a piano with this? I'd like to drink at the William Ong.
Challenge from Barry.
Repetition of bong.
Ong, he said.
I said Ong.
William Ong.
William Ong. I thought there was an intrusive B there.
Yeah.
Right.
You are an intrusive bee.
Just for a bit of variety, we'll give Tim the point, and you carry on, Barry.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
And he sang, I haven't sung any of this before, as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Down came a jumbuck to drink at the Willie place.
Deviation, if ever.
Up jumped the swagman and grabbed him with glee, and he warbled as he stowed that aforementioned creature in his tucker bag. Accompany me in a gavotte. Barrel. Immediately. Oh, ululate.
This was Waltzing Matilda. Remember the two?
Sprechsang. This is Sprechsang. And he stowed that marsupial in his Dorothy container.
Hold it. Because I forgot to reset my buzzer. So. I don't know if anybody's been challenging. Have you been challenging?
Sprechsang.
Challenge
I said it twice.
Yes.
What's the Friends of Dorothy container?
Dorothy bag. Oh. Dorothy bag was an old
I think
bag.
This game's come to its natural conclusion.
Come waltzing Matilda with me.
We're rapidly approaching the end of the show, but there's just time, I think, to fit in a round of Painters Film Club. So, while Samantha pops out to check her little constables properly hung... to suggest some titles of films likely to be popular with an audience of artists, painters, and the like. So, Tim, will you start, please?
A Man for All Seasons. They get worse.
Thoroughly modern melee.
Zulu's Low Trek, the new generation.
Beryl Cook, The Thief, His Wife and Her Lover.
The post-impressionist always rings twice. Van Gogh's Half Hour. Oh, no, that's a video, sorry.
The Ruskins are coming.
Leon the Pigment Farmer.
How green is my Velasquez?
Tom Brown's School Days. You don't know Tom Brown, but he's just painted our kitchen. Good job, if anybody wants his number.
Fauvist Gump.
Have I said the lady varnishes?
Renoir Dogs.
Well, as I see the sands of time are being washed by the tide of eternity, it's time to decide whether it's kinder on coloured fabrics than our usual brand. And also to say goodbye. So from the teams, Samantha and myself, goodbye.
Barry Cryer, Graeme Garden, Willie Rushton and Tim Brooke-Taylor were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme was produced by John Naismith.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. Once again we find ourselves within the Georgian splendour of the assembly rooms in Bath, where for several centuries on certain special evenings the most admired burghers of the city were to be found. Today, of course, there's a McDonald's. The Assembly Rooms now houses a fascinating museum of costume, where items of clothing once considered the height of fashion can be seen adorning an array of almost lifelike dummies. Let me introduce you to 4 of them. On my left, Barry Cryer and Graeme Garden. And on my right, Willie Rushton and Paul Merton. And making sure the team's points go up where they should. Please welcome our scorer, the delightful Samantha. Incidentally, Samantha has wasted no time in visiting many of the charming local shops, and after an enjoyable route amongst the antiques, she's brought back a lovely tall boy. Our first round is entitled Old Radio Times. Idly flicking through some old magazines of late, I came across an edition of the Radio Times for the week beginning November the 12th, 1666. As the dentist was ready to see me, I was sadly unable to read it, so perhaps, teams, you might suggest some titles of TV and radio programs that might have been listed inside. And Willie, will you start, please?
Plague School.
Followed by London's Burning.
Match of the day.
Call My Rough.
They're showing the movie 37,000 Funerals and No Weddings.
Watch out, Cromwell's about.
Which is the sequel to Are You Being Severed?
New series of Harry Enfield's Diary. Hello, peeps.
Another saga of the Great Fire East Embers.
The Plymouth Rock and Roll Years. Reference to the Pilgrim Fathers. Doesn't really make it any funny explaining it.
But it adds historical interest.
It does indeed, a little sideline.
And on Newsnight, Zeal of the Land Paxman will be asking Sir Christopher Wren why he made the new dome of St. Paul's in the shape of a monstrous carbuncle.
And the new drama series with Nell Gwynn, Oranges Aren't the Only Fruit.
The Word with Terry Christian and John Bunyan.
Okay. Well, we've got off to a cracking start. Now for a challenging round called Pick-Up Song. As its name suggests, the game combines the lyricism of the song with the tonality of a pickup truck. In this round, teams, Samantha will play some popular duets on my gramophone, to which I'd like you to sing along. At a random point, the music will drop out, and if on its return you're within a midge's crotchet of the original, I'll be awarding points, and points mean prizes. What do points mean? Let me remind you that we're in Bath. And you don't have to turn off the M4 at exit 18. This week's prize is a work of unique craftsmanship. It's this attractive leather-bound cow. Okay, Barry and Graeme, you're to go first, and I'd like you to accompany Renee and Renato singing Save Your Love.
I miss you, darling, sing for me our lover's song. Salva l'amore, cara, salva l'amore.
Sì, amore.
Le note che vedete daranno le stelle della sol.
Not too much sauce.
I long to see you, the reddest rose I always bring you. Salva l'amore per Roma e per me. La 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 la.
Well, if you thought that was good, wait till you hear Paul and Willie. Accompanying Ann Ziegler and Webster Booth singing If You Were the Only Girl in the World.
And I was the only... I can't match it when I'm hearing it. Nothing else would matter in the world today. We could go on loving in the same old way. Just me for two, with nothing to mar our joy. I would say wonderful things to you. There would be such wonderful things to do if you were the only girl in the world and I were the only boy. Oh, hurry up, you silly old...
More like Ann Ziegler and General Booth.
And now for a game called Word for Word, and these are the rules. One team member starts by uttering a word drawn from a selection limited only by his imagination. It's a bit stiff, that rule. His teammate should then say a word completely unconnected with the one before. Or even his teammate should then...
Drink up, sir. Go home now. Come on. We've all had a lot of fun, sir. Just come on now.
His teammate should then say a word completely unconnected to the one before. The opposing team may challenge if they notice a connection, and I'm going to ask you to start, please, Barry.
Thermal. Crisp. Flange. Fridge. Thorn. Lettuce.
Yeah, challenge there.
Thorn make fridges.
I don't know about that challenge, Paul.
Oh.
Do you mind if I overrule it?
I don't mind. There's a lady down the front very upset.
It's just that tonight we've only got one buzzer. It means somebody's got to get up and cart it from one. Oh, thank you, Paul. It's very kind of you. Okay, Paul, then...
For those of you listening in stereo, it's over here now.
Okay, let's go on. Right, Paul, will you start another round, please?
Octopus.
Prong.
Car.
Plunger.
Sink.
Zombie.
Challenge from Graeme Garden.
A sink zombie.
Yeah. It's a film.
It's a film.
Yeah, Sink Zombies from Hell.
Yeah.
We better have the buzzer back then, haven't we? You may be sitting out there wondering where your licence fee goes.
Okay, Barry, start off.
Thorax. Lamb.
Challenge there from...
Famous actress of the 18th century, Thorax Lamb.
Oh.
Had an affair with Byron. Many the night he propped his bicycle on her bedstead.
Paul, buzzer.
Oh, right, sorry.
Okay, Willie, take it up again.
Birthmark.
Definitely.
Challenge from Graeme Garden.
Well, there's a hyphen between those two words.
I didn't say hyphen, no.
No.
It was implicit. Birth and mark.
It's the German admiral, isn't it?
Yes.
Birthmark.
It was
Thinking of the
Thinking of the
birthmark.
Double feature.
Yeah. We're thinking of zombies.
Yeah. They knew how to make films in them days. They just didn't bother.
Don't you love it when you're in control? Okay, hurry along, Graeme.
Hurry. Scurry.
Slurry. Flurry.
Hey! Do you mind, Colin? You've actually wrecked that game by giving...
Well, this, I was buzzing there anyway. This is a Surrey with the fridge on top, isn't it?
Well...
Made by Thorn.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to solve this current problem by awarding maximum points to all four of you. 3. Our next round is a new game called Greetings Cards. I'm sure you'll agree that to be sent a greetings card is one of life's constant pleasures. Indeed, I have one here which was sent in specially to the programme. It reads, to, I'm sorry I haven't a clue, get better soon. Yours sincerely, John Burt. How thoughtful. Anyway, teams, in the light of the many greetings cards on the market, I'd like you please to suggest a selection of cards for previously overlooked occasions, together with the relevant message or rhyme. And Paul, will you start, please?
Yes, this is a greeting card which hasn't yet been printed. It's a very overlooked topic, I think. It's to the greatest living English jazz band leader from a grateful nation. And there's a little rhyme inside, which I think is quite nice. I won't write too much silly bump. I'd hate to embarrass dear old Hump. There is no player of his ilk. He's the best at the bilk.
This is rather a nice one. Good luck with the breakout from all at Group 4.
Willie.
Here's a card to make you cheerful and to wish you all the best, though your wife has been unfaithful and your home has been repossessed.
Graham?
One to send somebody on being convicted of vandalism. The judge called you a hooligan. Your conduct couldn't be cruder. We all look forward to getting your postcard from Bermuda.
Paul?
Congratulations on your plastic surgery. When I said put a brave face in it, I didn't mean somebody else's.
Lovely picture of a doggy. Spitting image of your rover. He'd be with you on your birthday if he hadn't been run over.
Right, it's now time to play the game called Mornington Crescent. This week's postbag is bursting with a letter from our regular correspondent, Mrs. Trellis of North Wales, who tells us she's keen to play Fantasy League Mornington Crescent. However, I have to tell you, Mrs. Trellis, that your choice of team may be a little overambitious. We can't actually recall Bruce Willis registering. Tom Cruise is already taken, and I'm given to understand that Richard Gere is far too busy with his animal charities. As for your fourth fantasy choice, you're in luck. Graeme Garden is currently available for a transfer fee of £50. I know it doesn't seem much, but we can't afford to pay you any more than that, I'm afraid. Anyway, in honour of our second visit to Bath in as many weeks, we'll be playing Mornington Royal Crescent. Just to refresh your memories, teams, spanning at Pulteney Bridge will count double, but don't forget what that does to consecutive crescents. Otherwise, trumps are conventional, so watch out for that one-way trap around Gay Street and Queen Square. Right, Paul, you haven't played the game for a while. Perhaps you'd like to start us off, please.
Bristol Road.
Brock Street. London Road.
George Street.
Okay, yeah.
Churchill Bridge.
River Street.
Tottenham Court Road.
He can. Yes.
Yes, he can do that. It's not easy, but he can.
It's not meant to be easy, huh?
Socky Hall Street.
Good. Nice.
Dublin High Street.
Princes Street.
Fifth Avenue.
He's upping it.
No, he's upping it. He is upping it. Oh, that's in Hammersmith.
Well, yeah. I could diagonal down Royal Crescent.
Where?
Royal Crescent. Well, on your head be it. No. Go on. Give it a go.
Good move. Trust me.
All right.
Royal Crescent.
I don't think you can do that. Hold it a minute. I don't think you can do that.
How many?
You can move a little way out of the area, but I mean, that's going a bit far.
First crescent after the initial.
Now there's a diversion.
But it doesn't
We're
count.
playing the game, Putney Bridge is closed.
Yes,
as you know.
yes.
Putney Bridge.
But he had
Putney
Fifth
Bridge is
Avenue
closed.
in there as well, you see.
What?
When Fifth Avenue came in, that you go on the second option.
Yeah, but if that's the first...
Well,
that
wait a
was the
minute.
first crescent, which clears it. First crescent clears it, surely.
Clears the option.
Well, not with a bridge.
Hasn't got a bridge.
That's why you can't clear it.
Oh, come on.
Now, steady on, keep calm.
Bad.
Well, if people aren't going to play it properly, I mean, there's no point,
I agree.
There's no need for it to get ugly. Well, okay, we'll allow Graham's move.
Oh, so you should, quite frankly.
All right.
So, it's to you, Paul.
Old Kent Road.
New Bond Street.
Elm Street. Mornington Crescent.
Those who are listening at home who aren't familiar with the game, you'll notice, well, let me tell you anyway, how Graham achieved that lightning win there. Simply by creating a diversion earlier on, and he distracted everybody and therefore was able to slip in while they were still thinking about something else.
Could you be more specific?
Our next round is entitled Limericks. Now, it's a common misconception that the limerick originated in the Emerald Isle. It was, of course, invented in Ireland. Teams, I shall furnish you each with a fecund first line, which I'd like you to complete in limerick form, taking one line each. And we're going to start with you, Barry. In my car with the great Murray Walker,
He suddenly let loose a corker.
It was the first of a batch. In the pits at Brands Hatch.
He did the same thing in Mallorca.
Okay, Willie, I've got one for you. A strange fact about Tony Gubber.
Strange fact about Tony Gubber is his fondness for eating whale blubber.
He starts off quite slow.
And then lets one go.
And folks say, do I smell burned rubber?
Graham, when the studio guest Jimmy Hill...
We're into a theme now, aren't we? When the studio guests Jimmy Hill, the aroma can make you feel ill.
While stroking his chin...
He just can't keep it in.
The score was Arsenal, Chelsea 0.
Finally, for you, here's your first line, Paul. Whenever I see Trevor Brooking...
He lets fly when nobody's looking.
You've lowered the tone.
It's very discreet. It starts at his feet. You can tell he likes Indian cooking.
Well, our next round is a game called The Singer and the Song. In this round, the teams will be singing songs of my choosing as if they were performers not usually noted for their musical skills. Where's the challenge in that, I hear? Well, they'll be accompanied at the piano by Colin Sell. You may be interested to know that Colin's latest acoustic album has just received some reviews in the press. Almost without exception, they thoroughly recommend listening to Colin Sell Unplugged. And I couldn't agree more. Willie, I'd like you please to sing I'll Take the High Road in the style of Jimmy Knapp.
You. You, Jimmy.
Barry, you're going to do Let's Call the Whole Thing Off in the style of Lloyd Grossman.
Lloyd Grossman. You say either, and I say either. You say neither, and I say neither. Neither, either, neither, neither. Let's call the whole thing off. You like potato and I like tomato. You like tomato and I like tomato. Potato, potato, delicious tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. But now, if we call the whole thing off, then we must pour. And now, if we have a pour, then that might break my pour. So if you like pajamas and I like pajamas, I'll wear pajamas and you give up pajamas. For we know we need each other, so we better call off war. Let's call the whole thing war.
Okay, Graeme, your song is Happy Days Are Here Again, and I'd like you to sing that in the style of Nigel Mansell.
Happy days are here again. The skies above are clear again. Let's sing a song of cheer again. Happy days are here again. All together shout it now. There's no one who can doubt it now. So let's tell the world about it now. Happy days are here again.
Paul, your song is Lou Reed's A Walk on the Wild Side, which I'd like you to sing in the style of Alec Guinness.
Holly came from Miami, FLA. Hitchhiked away across the USA. Plucked her eyebrows on the way, shaved her legs, then he was a she, said, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Said, hey honey, take a walk on the wild side. Candy come from out on the island. In the back room she was everybody's darling. But she never lost her head, and even when she was giving head, she said, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. She said, hey honey, take a walk on the wild side. And the colored girls go do.
Well, that's almost all we've got time for, although I think there's just time enough for a quick round of Entomologists Film Club. So, teams, I'd like you please to come up with some titles of films likely to be popular with an audience of insect collectors.
Charlie's Ant.
Kind Hearts and Hornets.
Entomologists often use cooking fat as a lure, you know. Their favourite film is, as you know, Lard of the Flies.
Sunset boll weevil.
Crocodile dung beetle.
From Russia with slugs.
The Wicked Lady Bird, starring Thorax Hurd. A moth in the country.
Antennae and Cleopatra.
Well, ladies and gentlemen...
A midge too far.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, one glance at my diver's watch tells me that he's probably drowned. And also that we've run out of time. Join us again next week. Until then, from the teams, Samantha and myself, and all the good people of Bath, goodbye.
Barry Cryer, Graeme Garden, Willie Rushton and Paul Merton were being given Silly Things to Do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme was produced by John Naismith.